This video is brought to you by Amazon App Store. If you're a Mafia City player or you want to check it out, then I've good news for you. Using the link in the description down below, you will have the possibility of saving up to 20% on all of your purchase in Mafia City, but also in every single in-app purchase. Amazon uses a special currency called Amazon Coins, which is a devalued money. Therefore, every time you spend using those, you get a 20% discount. But the real deal is juicier than that. Amazon is running a promotional offer in partnership with Mafia City, and if you're willing to spend $500 on the big bundle in the game, you will only pay $382 or a 23% discount. But this promotion is only for people from the United States. But don't worry, you can still switch your account settings to the US and benefit from the discount. I would like to thank Amazon App Store for sponsoring that video. Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new video in which we're going to review the concept 1B. First of all, for the people that were preoccupied about the legendary camouflage, you can get it directly when you unlock the tank. It will be a pop-up offer in the game. You don't even have to play with the tank because I never played it yet. And bang, you get yourself the juicy legendary camo that you can see right there. Looks extremely weird, I do not like it, but thumbs up for Wargaming to give a totem on the tank. That looks, I don't know, that looks really cool. On top of that, the legendary camo allows you to hide your cupola, which makes it a huge strategic advantage over your opponents. Concerning the tank itself, well, this is a good reward, at least in my opinion. So before we jump into it, let's take a look at the statistics, because the tank got nerfed with the super test. Back in the test, it had around 3000 DPM, which was lowered down by Wargaming, or increased, I should say, the reload time, which gives you 2.8k. It's still a very nice DPM that will allow you to do the job. Now for the average penetration, you have 258 with your regular and 310 with your heat shell. It can be a little bit it can be not enough sometimes, but as long as you know how to play and shoot at weak spots or try to shoot at plates that are not extremely armored, it should do the job. This is why, personally, I'm equipping it with the gun rammer rather than the calibrated shell. But if you want to go for the calibrated, well, you are going to have an amazing penetration, and here you shouldn't bother too much by anything. When it comes to the mobility, this tank feels like a T125 before the nerf, which means that if you compare it to the T125, it destroys it every single day. And this is what is my biggest fear about the concept 1B. This thing is aimed at replacing the purpose of the T125 because it has everything that a T125 has, but does everything in a better way as well. When it comes to the gun depression, you have 10 degrees, which makes you extremely versatile. And on top of that, and what makes that tank extremely special in my opinion, is the fact that you don't have a turret. Let me explain. This is the armor profile of the concept 1B. And even if you can't penetrate those areas without gold shell, which makes you impenetrable, you still have that weak spot right there. But every single thing you see here can be totally erased by an all down position. If you put that tank in all down, you can't penetrate. It's impossible. That tank doesn't have a cupola when you are using it to its maximum power, which is 10 degrees in all down. Here, nobody can penetrate you. You don't need to wiggle your turret at all to avoid getting penetrated into your weak spot. You don't have weak spots. And this makes it the best tank in the game at being all down. And this is probably your main strength about it. For the rest, and especially the equipments, I like to put everything like this. Let me explain briefly. First, the gun rammer, because in my opinion, having 310 millimeters of penetration can be enough with your gold shell, but you have the choice here. To be fair, you can switch to calibrated shell, but if you do this, you're going to lose more DPM, which is not the purpose of the tank. After I go for the enhanced gun lane drive plus the refined gun, because the accuracy and the aim time of that tank are just out of that world, which makes you an extremely good tank at snapshotting. Now for the vitality, defense system because I'm not gonna ram anyone, improved assembly because I don't need to strengthen my armor because the only thing that people will shoot at that does have armor is the gun mantlet, which is already impenetrable even with gold shell with an hurry. After I go for the toolbox because enhanced strike is useless, improved optics because I'm not a tank destroyer, I don't need a camo, engine accelerator in order for me to get a little bit of a better mobility, to finish off with high-end consumable to be able to use adrenaline for a longer period of time. Now if you want, because obviously that tank is gonna grind a lot of credits, we are gonna go for a live battle. Something extremely important also to notice about the Concept 1B is its alpha damage, 380, which is the first tank in the game to have that. So, what about the playstyle? Before talking about that, I just want to say that I love the fact that Wargaming put a tam-tam at the back of the tank and the totem, I don't know, it feels just amazing. Thank you 60TP for not blocking me, please, I'm faster than you. So what you want to do is obvious, you want to show your turret only. And as long as you do this, well, you shouldn't struggle at all. I mean, when you take that all down position and hopefully we are gonna encounter some 60 TPs in front of us, it's done, that's it. Alright, so there we go. Are they gonna take the risk of pushing through or not? There we go for the first shot. As I told you, you have an amazing accuracy with the tank. And they all know that they can't penetrate me. I still want to be careful because I don't know if there is something on the other side right there, but you know what? I still want to play aggressively. I'm not gonna stay in the back like that forever. It's not what my tank is meant for. On top of that, thanks to my extremely low profile, I have the possibility of taking positions that you can't take with any other tanks. Just take a look at that, for example. I'm probably the only tank right now that could do this and have a shot on the 60 TP out of all my team and out of all the tanks that Wargaming ever released. And this is what truly makes that tank, in my opinion, a great one. You have the possibility of getting those amazing shots and amazing bounces out of nowhere, which makes the Concept 1B broken. Yes, I think it's broken. Okay, no shots here, I'm not gonna bother. If you expose your hull, it's over for you. So there we go, we're gonna try to... Oh, hello Leo, how are you? Oh, straight HE on his ass. There we go, they are getting killed once again. The 60 TP is bouncing because, as I already mentioned, it's impossible to penetrate you from that part. But now, I'm kind of struggling because right now I have to deal with one big thing, which is called the 60 TP in my back. So I think I'm gonna have to... oui, évidemment. Of course, everybody is leaving me because that's exactly what you're supposed to do as a supportive team. Thank you, by the way, VK91P, for not doing anything. And now we are in struggle because as soon as you're not possibly in all down with the tank, you will struggle. And here is the case. Now I can't do anything more, and as the enemies will push me, it's over. It sucks, I know, but that's how it is, and there is nothing you can do about it. Just watch me dying as my teammates are not doing anything. Ah, this is lovely. World of Tank Blitz in the nutshell. And well, if you're not in all down, you die. So, all down, all down, all down, all down, all down. This is the only thing you need to do with this tank. If you are in all down, you are broken. There is no possibilities for you to get penetrated, except if you turn your turret. But as long as you are in all down, facing someone, so frontally, showing only your gun mantlet, no way you get penetrated. And this is what I'm gonna try to demonstrate to you. But keep in mind that if you are getting pushed, it's over. But it's also the only chance for your enemies to get you, which means that if you have the support of your team and you play in the back like that, well, you should be safe. You should definitely be safe. Just watch them running away as they are thinking, God damn, we don't have a chance. We don't stand a chance. And it's right, you do not stand a freaking chance. Just take a look at that poor grill getting completely wrecked. There we go for D75. Maybe I did a mistake here using my adrenaline, but hey, that's how it is. You can't be lucky all the time. So what I'm gonna do right now is getting my hands on that poor E75. Even if I don't have adrenaline anymore, I can still probably do a lot of things. So here we go. Okay, there is the M5 I'm not gonna bother. From there, you're gonna see that if they try to penetrate me, well, it's impossible. They can't. They can try whatever they want. They can try to switch to gold shell, to insult my mother, whatever. They can't get you. On top of that, something really interesting to notice about the concept is that as you have a low profile, you have the possibility of getting some shots in all down that others would not be able to get. For example, here on that E75, I'm not exposing myself too much, and I don't need to, because it's impossible for the E75 to do anything. So there we go, we sneak another one straight in the ammo rack, and the guy just died. Okay. But having a low profile has also one big problem, which is that you are not high enough to get those shots through the rails. Luckily for me, my RNG was on my side. So now, what do we want to do? Am I gonna bother going on the M6Yo and the Kranwagen? I don't think it's a good idea. I think that, as my teammates are doing, I'm gonna get the M5Yo first, and once that guy's dead, we are gonna bother with the rest. So are they gonna push? I'm thinking that the Foch will directly push with the M6. I just want to get my hands on 1 or 2 shots before the guy gets completely annihilated. Oh, perfect! That was a high level shot on top of that. So there we go. Now we pull back, we retreat, and we go on the Kran and the M6Yo. And that's it. You see that if you are in all down with this thing, you are a nightmare, and you will be a nightmare all the time. Just take a look at that. The guy tried to shoot my upper part of the armor, but you can't penetrate it because it's angled when you use your 10 degrees of gun depression. And this is what makes it lovely. It's broken. In my opinion, it's broken, but only in all down, which kind of balances it. So I don't think that overall we can say that this thing is broken. We can say that when in all down, it's impossible to do anything against it, but once you catch the fact that you need to push it in order to be effective against it, it's no longer more than just your regular tank. For example, here in Side Scrape, you can still bounce things, but if you show the other part of the tank, it shouldn't be the case. Okay, 4. Can I maybe ammo rack it with HE? No. Okay, I don't have the best penetration with HE, gotta be fair, but it's not a problem. 3.7k damage, the guy knows it's over for him, the projectile will kill him, and bang, we finish off the game getting shot only 1 time, penetrated only 1 time. For the rest, well, it's just magnificent. First class, obviously, because the tank just got out. And on top of that, just watch the credits. I mean, you are doing a lot of credits with the tank. But I was using a credit boosters because I wanted to show you how magical it could be when you are using it right. So yeah, in definitive, I think it's definitely worth it if you are lucky enough. Is it worth spending 100,000 gold on it? Like I did? I don't think so. But if you manage to get it out of a lucky chest or wait a little bit for crates, I think this tank would be worth maybe 70 euros at max, which is already a great price for such a pixelated item. So if you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe, like, and share. And personally, I'm gonna see you soon for a new video.